What's up, guys? So we are finally here. We are finally, as you can see on your screens, talking about Black Widow. Now, I've heard a lot of things about this movie before going into it. That it was going to be a feminist movie. I heard it was going to be this, like it ain't for men, and all this other kind of crazy stuff. But I think it just depends on how you take it. I don't think it was that. I think, well, first off, if you guys have not seen the film, go check it out. And if you don't want to be spoiled, then go ahead and click off the video, because we are going to be getting into spoilers. Because, again, I don't really like not doing non-spoilers. I don't think there is a reason not to do it. Because, again, if you're going to click on a video that has a review of a movie, obviously you're there because you want to hear what the person's got to say, or you want to know about what he or she thought about the movie, and also what happened in the film. So overall, I did enjoy the film. Is it the best Marvel film of like ever? No, it's not. Is it the best Marvel film for this year? Debatable, because this is the very first one of the phase 4. Could this be the the brand new one? But basically, this does take place after the events of Captain America Civil War. Obviously, the Avengers are split right now, and Natasha, aka Black Widow, is on the run, and we do see where she's wanting to stay isolated for a good period of time, but then she gets found in a way by her in a way adoptive foster sister, Yelena, who is also very new to the fold, played by Florence Pugh. Very interesting, because we do see in the very beginning of the film that Natasha as well as Yelena, they were raised by their adoptive foster parents, Alexei, as well as, of course, Rachel Rise's character, which, again, I did enjoy the way that this family was, because they were not really their parents. What this was that who they worked for was someone that was wanting to take children and use them as almost slave assassins in a way, to train them and then use them and put them in I would say, a mind controlling environment. And that's what Natasha was able to do, was able to break out. And when she finally thought that this person was dead, and she has something that her sister sent her, which was a gas that was able to get out the brain manipulation. And finally, when they do meet up, after, of course, Natasha going up against Taskmaster, which, again, I will say Taskmaster was a badass in this film. There was only one problem, which, again, I will later get into the review. But also, after seeing this, Natasha goes to Budapest for a safe house, and then later realizes that neither her sister or her thinks that they are who they say they are. Then finally, after going through the movie, getting their foster dad out, and then trying to find their foster mother, all this was pretty much a spy movie. Like if you had like Captain America a little bit with this, that's pretty much what this was. There was a little comedy in here. The action was good. Scarlett Johansson, I think, did a very good job at portraying, of course, the very last appearance, which we may see of Natasha Romanoff, as well as getting introduced to some other characters in this film as well. Now, I did enjoy Rachel Weisz's character. I have not seen her in a film in a very long time. The first film I ever saw her in was The Mommy with Brendan Fraser, so I really enjoyed seeing her return in this, as well as also seeing, of course, David Harbour, who plays as Red Guardian. His character was very interesting. He was basically the very first super soldier for the Soviet Union. And it was interesting because I never thought we were going to be well, we did get to see like the second American super soldier, other than Captain America, which we did see in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We also get to see the relationship between Yelena and also Natasha, that, why didn't you come looking for me? Natasha's like, I didn't think you'd want to see me, and I thought that you had your own life. So she thought the Red Room was destroyed, but it's not. But the mission is to finally get rid of the Red Room and free all the widows that are being controlled by this individual. And when they finally do get their foster dad out, he just wants glory. He's a glory hound. And when we finally see Rachel Weisz's character, Iron Maiden, she just wanted to do her duty, but at the same time, she has feelings for Natasha and Yelena, but at the same time, it's hard because she wanted to put her job first, but at the same time, she still does care about them in her own way. She just doesn't know how to show it. And we also get to know where when they finally are able to take down this character. Because again, Natasha doesn't die. We all know how Natasha dies. If you've seen Avengers, you know. Yelena, again, everybody had a lot of different theories that Yelena was the one that died or sacrificed herself for the stone. That is not the case, because we do see her at the end credit scene, which I'm going to get into in a little bit. But now, overall, like I said, was the movie okay? Yes, I did. I'm not trying to give too much away. But there is a couple scenes where I was like, I don't really see that happening, because there's a couple scenes where Black Widow, she takes a couple falls, and I'm thinking, okay, how's that possible? Even though, yes, she is a badass assassin, but at the same time, how's she going to be able to handle those falls? That would literally break a human body. Now, someone like, Captain America, Thor, or Hulk even, they could probably withstand it. Her, that was a little bit debatable. The villain in here, I don't think he was the best villain. I think he was rather boring, very tedious, very, just wanted to take girls away and use them for weapons, which again was a whole necessary story of what Natasha went through. And we do get to know, and again, here comes more spoilers here, guys. So again, if you stuck through, you don't want to know no more, that's fine. But we do realize that Taskmaster is a, I believe in the comics he was male. I believe so. This version, he is not. He is the daughter, or she is the daughter of the one that is leading the Black Widow Red Room initiative that, of course, they're trying to take down, because when she was a child, Natasha found the leader and blew up the entire building with this man's daughter in it, and she's felt bad about it ever since, with, of course, unfortunately, as she says, she was collateral damage. Now, when it finally does get revealed, it's like, whoa. But then, I mean, we do see where Natasha finally at the very end does realize that, anyone could possibly be saved if they were done wrong. But at the same time, it goes right into the events of how it ends, that she's willing to break out, of course, the Falcon and everybody else out of jail, with her and Rogers being the last one on the run from the government. And when we do see her finally at the very end, that's what she's doing. And we don't know where Red Guardian is. We don't know where Iron Maiden is. We don't know exactly where Yelena is at this point in time. But something does happen after the end credit scene, which I'm going to get into here in a second. When she goes to visit Natasha's grave, we see a familiar face. Don't know exactly, because we were supposed to see her before Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And what I'm talking about is who came to talk to the U.S. agent, and whoever that she works for, whether it be Hydra, whether it be for another type of government or so-called government agency. She's wanting Yelena to go after now Hawkeye, because she is telling her that he's the reason why Natasha's dead, that he's the one that killed her sister. So there's a reason why this is happening. There is a reason why they're going to want her to go after Hawkeye, because she tells her, you know better than to bother me on my vacation. So again, don't know exactly what happened. Don't know if she unfortunately was part of the snap, if she died and then came back and then realized what happened. So again, there is a lot of interesting theories of what can happen, but overall, there was a lot of controversy around this film. Again, this was Scarlett Johansson's last film as Black Widow, apparently, so that went into consideration. I didn't hate the movie, but I didn't love it. I thought it was all right. There was some of it, I think, where it could have gone just a little faster, and they kind of prolonged a few things. I really enjoyed Yelena. I really enjoyed her character. Big, Florence Pugh. She did an amazing job portraying this character. She she was a big smartass. I'm gonna tell you this right now, guys. She was a huge smartass in this film, and I loved it. She like there was this one scene where they're trying to hide from Taskmaster, and she just looks up, and they're in an air vent trying to hide from him in a subway, and she's like, "Wow, this is cozy." She says, "This is cozy enough before I bled to death," And there's this one scene also where they're trying to break out Alexei, and unfortunately a avalanche gets started, and she goes and she looks, and she's like, "Wow, this would be a cool way to die." So she's one of those where she always broke the that barrier to be funny, to let out in the room, like, hey, we're gonna do this. But I will say it is a cool film. It's not the best film, but it is a cool film. So 1 out of 10, I give it probably a 6.5. The things I did not like about it is, again, a lot of the controversy that they put around this film. I thought that they could have added more stuff up about Natasha's background, about why certain things occurred, which, again, they didn't. Some things they did, some things they didn't. I wish they would have shown what happened to Red Guardian and also Yelena and her foster mother, where they were this entire time. We even get to see how, of course, she becomes blonde, in the last 2 Avengers films, and how her hair got cut short and all this other kind of stuff. So again, they're going to add it up, but at the same time, it makes you wonder why they did this a certain way, because it makes you wonder, okay, what exactly were they trying to do? So again, we may see her sister become the new Black Widow. She may be going after Hawkeye because of she thinks that he's the reason why Natasha's dead. And then, of course, maybe she'll get more introduced to the Avengers at some point. So it's going to be interesting where it's going to happen for this particular story. Loki's about done as well. We went through, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We went through, Vision and Scarlet Witch. So there's a lot that still needs to be done throughout the films of the Marvel Universe. So, again, I enjoyed watching it, but at the same time, while I watched it again, yes, but again, is it the best Marvel film? No, it is not. I still think that there is possible ways they could bring back Scarlett Johansson's character. I still think that there's ways that they can improve a little bit of her story for her past, as well as what happened during certain events. But again, this was more of a side story, which they could have done, I agree, and some have said in Phase 2, Phase 3, they could have done this. But again, I don't know why they didn't do it, but I think they should have. But either way, I'm sad to see her go. But I'm also glad that the movie finally did come out because of how long it was prolonged due to, everything that was going on. But finally out. Let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments down below. Were you guys able to finally watch it? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it okay? Was it boring? Again, there was a few boring parts. There was a few parts where I think, come on, get it going, But at the same time, it is what it is. We got what we got, and I don't think it's the best film. I don't think it's the worst film. It's in the middle for me. So again, that's my own thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments down below. If you guys agree, okay, great. If not, that's okay too. Leave a like, guys. Helps greatly get the algorithm. If you guys are new to the channel, still subscribe and leave a big fat like on the video if you guys enjoyed once again. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.